Ladies and gentlebeards, welcome to this edition of Carl's Bearded Banter. Now you may notice you join me in the lower realms of the tower, the underworld as we call it, the catacombs, the dungeons, they're all down here. Now I'm down here because the guards have been telling me that they've heard and seen some strange things. There's some kind of hairy monster roaming around here at night time. Now, before you say it, I know what you're thinking. Are you sure you're not just sleepwalking at night time, Carl? Well, we don't need comments like that. Thank you very kindly. You can keep them to yourself. And it just so happens that today I've got another Beardmaster joining us, and that will be Simon Lacey from Bigfoot Beard Company. So maybe, he'll be able to help me out while we're looking for this monster down here. But before we meet Simon, let's kind of see what we're letting ourselves in for, shall we? Right, so here I am in the banter bubble, and let's take a wee look at what we can expect, or what you could expect from Bigfoot, shall we? Well, they do have products like this lovely spice cherry beard butter. You can get that in the oils as well. They do other scents like this butterscotch oil. Interesting. And last but not least, let's not forget the Beardmaster himself, Mr Simon Lacey, stood in front of a few more of his Bigfoot beard products, looking all handsome. And yes, I was contractually obliged to say that. Thank you very much, Simon. Well, that's enough of that. I know you want to meet him now, and I want to get this monster found in here anyway. So let's get the guys in, shall we? Let's get on with the show. And here he is. Hello, Simon. Thanks for joining us. I hope it wasn't too hard to find us. I mean, we're a giant castle on the end of Banter Town, so it shouldn't have been that hard. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. I thought I was walking into the scene of I'm a Celebrity when I was trying to find you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that one. That's a smaller castle down the road there, isn't it? But, not as big as this one, but this one, it serves its purpose, I think. Like I said, thanks for joining me. We're in the vaults here, in the cellars and the dungeons are down here. The guards have been complaining about there's some kind of hairy monster roaming around here at night, so they're a bit afraid, and they thought I'd come. So I thought I'd come down and see what's going on. I don't need any comments from them other people out there watching this saying this hairy monster is me. Again, I've mentioned that before. I'm not the hairy monster in this case. Okay, well, maybe I am, but whatever.
One of them.
Thanks for agreeing to help me find it. So, I mean, we'll just settle in this little bit of the cellars here, and we'll see what goes on. So while we sat here, mate, we might as well have a little chat if you're up for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a little idea that might bring the monster out. I've got this pumpkin pie beard oil. Oh, it smells lovely and spicy.
The cinnamon.
It's a fantastic smell. So I thought if I leave this out open here on the floor, it might bring the monster out to us. But we'll see how we get on. You can hear some strange noises running down here. I can anyway. Can you? In these cellars?
Yeah, I can hear some.
We'll see what goes on. So Simon, where did you come up with the name for your company? I mean, we got Bigfoot Beard Co.
It was actually a good friend of mine that came up with it. I was going to call it, I won't tell you the actual name because one day I may like to call a future business this, but it's actually and I'm not saying Bigfoot is real, but it's a breed of what people believe Bigfoot is. And it wasn't really catchy. So a friend just said, why don't you just call it Bigfoot? And I thought, do you know what? That's actually, men, women, children, they've all heard of Bigfoot. So that's where they came from, really. And he's big and hairy.
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, that's a total coincidence. Not like it was planned or anything. But maybe it's Bigfoot we've got roaming around here at night time. So maybe we could
Possible.
catch a look at him today. Who knows?
Hopefully.
So how long ago was it you started up the company? I mean, that's not very hard to answer because if we look down here at the logo, it does says 2018. But how long before the actual, you were live and your products were on for sale, did it take you? Was it a while? Was it a matter of weeks or?
Yeah, I started it probably around mid 2017. Somebody actually bought. I never heard of beard oil really before, but somebody bought me like the cheap stuff from Tesco's, and I used it, and I thought, oh, that's cool. But then I realized that it was like full of chemicals and stuff, and
Mm.
I wanted a bit more natural. So, and I've always loved making things. I used to make cider and things like that, and I love it getting into making something. So it was a good excuse. So I started, and I ended up making my own. And sometimes I'd be out somewhere, and somebody would comment on the smell because I put far too much of the essential oils
Yeah.
in, and it was a bit strange. But I started taking it serious probably about the end of 2017 and then into 2018. And I would sell to friends and family, and I had a little website. You couldn't buy from it, but you could ring me and come and collect it. It didn't
Right.
work all that well because everybody was turning up at my house. But
Okay.
then the end of 2018, I started taking it seriously. I got a better website. Still under the radar-ish, I suppose, because I didn't really advertise it. I felt like stupid pushing it on people. I've never been one for like, you need to buy this off me.
Yeah.
And I'm not in it for that. I'm in it because I enjoy it. But
Yeah.
yeah, then early 2020, I got a way better website and I started like joining the group and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how it all turned out really, and it was good. It's been a good process because I really enjoyed making. I could never employ somebody to make the products because I enjoy that part of it.
Right. Yeah. Good. It's good that you enjoy making a product, mate, because I think that's half the battle. Because if you're not enjoying it, you're very unlikely to stick to it. And you seem to be going from strength to strength. I mean, it's obviously if you look at what we're wearing now, our attire. I mean, I've got one of your t-shirts on. You've got another one on, and you're also wearing a bit of headgear that you put out as well. So you're kind of branching off into other areas as well, which is good to see.
Yeah,
It's a sign of shall we say, well, not up and coming, but a progressing company. So
yeah.
well done on that, buddy.
Thank you.
So what about the older social networking? He says in inverted commas. Are you on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all at malarkey?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube now. I wasn't up until now, but I've started a YouTube channel. There's only one video on there at the moment, but I'm hoping to do a lot more. I've got quite a few in the bank. It's just getting round to doing it all. As you can imagine, is the social
Yes.
media. It takes up a lot of time. And I like to put, when customers message me, I like to put that first before I do anything else because that's where my custom is, before I put videos up. So yeah, Twitter, I don't really bother too much, but the Facebook and Instagram, that's where I mainly post all my things.
And I assume we can just find you if we just type in Bigfoot Beard Call, you'll come up on Facebook.
Yeah, Bigfoot Beard Co and everything. Yeah.
Sounds good. And what about are you involved in any of the beard groups on Facebook?
Yeah, I am. I sponsor your group, Private Beards, and Men with Beards. Both brilliant groups. I don't want to. I'm not saying that I could, but I don't want to like have too many groups because I like to concentrate. Like, if I had to give a prize for them all, I'd rather give more prize to one or two rather than spread them out thin.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, it's not just about giving the products away as well. You want people
No.
to buy your products, and
Yeah.
they are worth buying as well. I've had a few of your products. If they check further down on my videos, they'll see some that I've made of yours and check them out. So you are a good product there, mate. So well done on that again as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you very much.
Talking to your products, what would you say is not your favourite product, but what is your most popular selling thing, would you say? Could be anything. What's your most popular product?
I would say either the butter or the soap. Butter is really popular. When I was buying products before I went into making my own, um, I would always find that there was balms, and I didn't know about butter. And then when I came across it and made some, I found that that was way better for the hair than the balm.
Yeah,
The
you're right.
balm would be more for styling kind of thing. So
Mm,
I think my butter, people really like my butter. I think it seems to be a very good seller.
yeah, good. I agree. Yeah, so, it's a great product. I've actually got the old spice cherry in today, which is a nice
Lovely.
smelling one. So, what's
Yeah.
your favourite product then that you sell?
Anything of the ice latte range.
Oh, okay. So you're into the coffee smells, then, are you?
If I could only have one, it'd be the oil from the ice latte because that is the smell of that. I know it's mine, and I'm gonna say it's good, but
Yeah.
it is the scent for me. I'd anything coffee. I'm anything coffee.
Well, I mean, I did ask you what was your favourite scent, so and I'd be quite surprised if you say no, it's rubbish, avoid it. But yeah, it is. I'm not a lover of coffee, but if you do like the kind of roasted coffee, that's what it smells like to me, like a roast coffee sort of smell, roasted bean smell. So
Yeah,
if you're a coffee lover, give it a go. Maybe that'll bring out the Bigfoot monster that we got down here. So for maybe you like some coffee, I
possible.
should stick this down here with it. You've got some different scents out there as well. Cause like you've got that pumpkin pie one, and you've also got a butterscotch one. So you've kind of, I think you've gone away from the norm with the scents there. Was that purposely planned?
Yes and no. I I personally like the woody scents for beard products, but then a long time ago I made the pumpkin pie, and I love that. The scent in that is
Yeah,
great. Um, and then I just, when I was looking for different scents, I was mixing things and seeing what worked, and I just made what worked, and it ended up being this range rather than lots of woody scents. I ended up with a bit of everything, whereas I've got unscented tea tree, then like woody scents like
yeah.
cedarwood, but then I've got strawberry and butterscotch, and yeah, it wasn't meant to happen, but those were just the ones I liked, and I think if I like them, that's what I'm going to
Well,
make.
yeah, of course, yeah. If you, like say if you, I think if you don't like them and you try and put it out there, I think I mean, it shows it because I've known you for a bit now. We've texted a lot. I think it shows that you're enthusiastic about your product. There are companies out there that are just putting out to try and make a sale. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
not really into their own products, but you can tell that you really like about them. You're really keen. I mean,
yeah.
you're great in the group as a sponsor. You're a fantastic guy to have. So
Thank
I'm
you.
just going to
Thank
ring
you.
fence you. And when we find this sponsor, I'm just going to keep its eye on you. I think make sure we don't lose you. But yeah, you can tell that you really do like your products, and I'm sure the people out there, if they try them, they will too. Did you just mention that you've got a strawberry one? Did I just hear you say
Strawberry cream,
strawberry cream? I think that's the
like
first
the
time I've
sweet.
heard about that one. So, like you say, you're involved in a few groups, so you know a few beardos out there now. Um, is there anybody that you kind of, I'm not saying look up to, or is there anybody's beard out there that you kind of think that's a cracking beard, that be it on in the birding world or on TV, in sports, in cinema, anywhere? Is there anyone that you kind of think, I wish I had that beard?
One guy who I've never really spoke to, but he has a beard that is unique in my eyes. Is Brent Hardy Smith? I'm not sure if you know him. He's
Yeah, big bushy
that
beard out there.
beard
Yeah,
is unreal.
yeah,
Um, it's different. It's a
yeah.
different beard. I think it's fantastic to let it grow like that in the way that he has is brilliant. That for me, that is a standout beard, different to everybody else's.
He's a cracking guy as well, Brent. I mean, if you look at my page, the banner at the top is inspired by
One of
Brent,
his,
shall we say, that image. And also, I've got some of his. He sent me some of his pictures. He's a really into his artworks. It's kind of
yeah,
what would you call it? Geo.
Computerized drawing type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of all geometrical type stuff. It's really good, and I've got
Yeah,
quite a few of his stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's quite a shy guy, really. But
Right.
he does have a cracking beard. I agree with you on that. And it is.
Yeah,
It's a different look to most people's. Like ours are kind of straight down, where his seems to come outwards like
yeah,
this, doesn't it? It goes out there,
yeah.
but it suits
It's a
him really
cracking
well.
beard.
So
Yeah.
I like that one. I like where you've said that. So and a shout out to Brent as well because he's a friend of mine. So okay, here we are now. Desert Island beards. You've been stuck on a desert island somewhere. You can only have one product for the old face fur. What are you taking with you?
The ice latte oil.
Ice
Got to
latte.
be oil.
Could have guessed that one, yeah. I was actually, I thought you
My
was going to say. I mean, I know you've said to me before you like coffee, but I would thought you would have said the cherry spice one. But yours is a coffee
I
one.
love the coffee. I can't help myself. And the oil, my skin. If I don't use products for maybe 2 days, if I have a little break, dry skin, terrible. So the oil is that's what I need.
Yeah, probably the best. I reckon you might there because you got to protect the skin. Also, if it's trips on this desert island, it's going to get quite a hot one with a shoe, wouldn't you? And you got
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
sea air on you, so you get that oil. It's good for your skin. It's good for your beard. Your beard's going to get damaged in the sun and all that sea air on it. Oil is perfect for your beard and for your skin. But like I said, a lot of people, as you rightly say, you make sure you get the oil on. I mean, I'm not telling you how to suck eggs, but I think it's important to say it's not just about getting it on the skin. It's make sure you get it all over the hair because
yeah,
it's going to absorb in through the hair and it's still coating the hair and giving it that bit of nourishment that it can kind of soak in through the day. So for an oil, everybody says make sure you get it to your skin, but also make sure you're covering to the tips of your beard as well. So that's a little tip for everybody out there. So Simon, I mean, I don't see them having much luck down here. I wonder if them guys are just making up so they don't have to patrol the grounds. They're a lazy bunch. But so where do you see Bigfoot in in the next few years, say 5 to 10 years, whatever? Where do you see it going?
I'd like to grow the business a bit. I'd like to do a bit more clothing. I've got some good designs that a good friend of mine has made up, and I'd like to expand a bit into the clothing. Maybe clothing that not necessarily bearded people would have to wear. It'll be beard related,
Yeah,
but yeah, something like that.
yeah, more accessible for
I,
the wider public, shall we say?
yeah, and I'd like myself to compete in a few competitions. Not that I've got the best beard, but for fun.
Yeah,
Meet
of
bigger
course.
bearded people. I meet a lot of people through message, but I'd like to actually face to face meet people.
It is good, and like if you're in the groups, and like so when you go to these competitions, you'll bump into them. It's brilliant, and you'll meet people that you spoke to, but you're like, you don't. I have to anyway. Like, oh, I didn't realise it was you. You just kind of because,
Yeah,
like say from their images, you don't really. It's not. They're a bit different in real life, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
yeah, but it's really good fun. Everyone's really friendly at these beard competitions, and like people go, same here, me, just to watch what's going on and meet other people and have a drink. You don't have to go just to compete. You don't even have to have
yeah,
a beard. Just go in there and have a good time. So, have you been
yeah.
involved in any competitions yourself?
I haven't. No, no.
No.
I was going to go to a few this year, but obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but I would really like to go because what I find good about the beard community is like whereas other businesses you wouldn't hang out with your competitors, whereas in the beard world you all get along, and I think that's brilliant. And I'd
yeah.
like to, I'd like to get to know some of the other companies.
You bet. Yeah, brilliant. I hope to meet you one day as well when out
Definitely.
on the scene. Like I say this year, it's a bit different, but it'll get there. And it's like you say. I think when you said you get along with your competitors, I don't think. See what it is. This is my take on it is we're not actually the competitors. We just turn up. It's the beards that are on show. Do you know what I mean? And we're
Yeah.
just the transportation. So we get there, we can have a laugh, and the beards might not get along, but us as individuals can. So it's all good fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. That's cool.
let's delve into Bigfoot here, mate. Have you got any juicy gossip you can give us from Bigfoot Beard Cult? Have you got anything in development in your mind to bring out in the future, or have you got anything that's nearly there to go out the door? Can you give us any juicy
Well,
gossip?
I've got some that I haven't said anywhere else. I'm working on a liquid soap. That's pretty much ready to go for testing.
Oh,
But because it's expensive, I like to put more than one thing in the testing, so
yeah.
it even it doesn't cost so much every time. I am working on a whipped butter. It's it's almost there. I've sent it out to some of my good customers and ambassadors to try out for a good few weeks. It's a nightmare to make. It's not like making normal butter. It takes so much time
Yeah,
and mess.
yeah.
But
I
I
bet.
find the one I've created seems to have no greasiness effect at all.
Okay.
So I'm really looking forward to getting that out there. I also a new website launched this morning,
Oh,
so people can check that out. The old one was a bit dated. The images they had the old labels, and they just looked a bit crappy. I think so. We've got new labels, new website, and I'm hoping maybe a few months into next year, I'm going to introduce the butters the same as the balms and the balms the same as the butters, I think. Because a lot of people are asking me if it's just a balm, do I do a butter in it? And if it's a butter, will I do a balm in it? So
yeah, yeah,
it's hard to keep everybody happy, but I'm going to try and it's going to, the testing is the expensive part. So I'm going to try and find the time and money to invest into it to make the whole range.
yeah. Excellent. So yeah, so you'll have a full all the scents in the full range of products: oil,
That's right.
balm,
Yeah.
and butters. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know if some people. I think most in the beard community will know that. Like you say, it's not the the extra expense is the fact that getting these cosmetic product safety reports, and that's a big issue for you.
Yeah.
And the decent people, well, the only ones that should be are legally allowed to sell is like you guys who actually get them reports and before they even put the products out there, and it's just a sign of quality and safety for those mere bearded mortals to use them as
You
well.
have to have them. It's something you have to have.
Yeah,
I understand that people don't get them because it's expensive, but that's not an excuse.
you're right. It's
Um,
no excuse. Yeah.
you have to, something you have to have. If you owned an off license, you wouldn't sell alcohol without your license. So it's only the same thing.
Exactly, bud. So good luck to you with all these new products. I look forward to seeing them out
Thank
there on
you.
the shelves. I look forward to trying them all out myself. So the new website is still the same old address, I assume. Where is
Yeah,
it? There, bigfootbeardco.com.
that's right. Yeah. It's just a
So
new design and easier to navigate.
nice. So I'll go and have a look at that myself. It may be a bit different since last time I checked. One thing I will mention here is who does all you photography for these?
Me, I do it all myself.
Dear,
Believe it or not, every photo you see is done on my phone.
are there? Because what I've noticed on your photographs, especially like it's on this one where you're pouring out the oil, the balms to set or the butters, and you can see this, they're just cooling down and you've kind of half filled up the tins. Is the colours seem to match up there? It's quite bright, vibrant colours, but they just seem to. I don't know. It just works. You know what I mean? With the layout and the colours, how it comes through. It's a warm image, and it goes with the product
Yeah,
somewhere. I think you've done really well with them, and for doing them on your phone as well.
it's amazing what you can do on your phone. You
In
don't
it,
need
like
a £5,000 camera. You can do it on your phone.
exactly. It says now I like using an iPad now for doing this sort of stuff. Well, what a
Yeah,
world we live in! What a world! Back in my day,
yeah.
none of this sort of stuff.
I can imagine it must. How we've come on in the last, I don't know, 50 years. What it's going to be like in another 50 years.
I know. Wow. I mean, I remember being as a kid, the only way you could get out, you could use a phone was to run out down the street with your 10 pence or 50p, stick it in the old phone box there, and it was just straight up dial and speak to someone. None of this
Yeah,
video malarkey stuff like the youngsters have got today.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think we've kind of reached the end of our conversation here, mate, and I don't think we're going to have much luck in these cellars tonight because it's getting a bit chilly down here. So I don't know whether
Starting to get cold.
we should retreat upstairs back to the banqueting hall and get the chef to put us on some kind of roast board or something if you fancy a bit of that.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Always
We'll
food
leave it
and
tonight.
some
I'll have a word
coffee.
with them guys. I've not seen anything here. But thanks for joining us, buddy. Hope to see you soon.
100%. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Toodles.